Hey everybody, welcome back to Mrs. Rattlecan's house. I am James, and this is the almost live week in review. I believe it's number 39. As you can see from the opening shot, Mrs. Rattlecan has been busy planting her smallish fields of lavender. The violets are in bloom. The daffodils are up. The grass is growing like a weed. And we are a little bit busy inside the house. So we will do a quick walkthrough and show you what's going on. What happened this week? We got a gas line. We relocated one that was already existing down in the basement, and so now our cooktop has got a fuel supply. So now I can affix the regulator and we can get that going. It only took 2 trips for the counter people to get the whole square, but now it's fixed. We're in the process of trying to finagle this so that we can get it affixated to our great big oven hood. I should say cooktop hood. The sink's ready to go in. The disposal's ready to go in. The hot water thing's ready to go in. I got to put the backsplash on. That hasn't gotten done yet because we're doing floors. It's been nothing but floors this week. This floor here in the kitchen is still a problem. It is a thin layer. It's not your full thick layer of hardwood, and it is crowned. As you can see, there is the thickness, so it's not super thick, and we're still dealing with this issue. And I'm starting to not like oak at this point. So this is taking a back seat just because we are getting the rest of the floors. This has been done with a combination of big machines, big 4-pad machines, and a edge sander as well. We started at 20 grit to try to get the shellac off of them, and it took forever. And it took a bunch of those. And we're not done yet. And that's about it. You know, I hate to say it like that, but we have been doing, I've been doing floors for over a week. And I've got a great friend who said, I have something that might help you. So I have this outrageously expensive Festool setup that I have now used to get nearly all of the finish up. Even in between the little cracks and the little low spots, this has all been sanded to 100 grit. And now in here, we're going to be doing another floor test. We previously did a stain test, and then we realized that I forgot to put down the pre-stain conditioner, which could very well have an effect on how dark or not dark the floors are, and that makes a difference as far as Mrs. Rattlecan is concerned. So we're going to run a second test with some additional stain colors. I think one's called Jacobian. We're even going to give ebony a shot just to see what it's going to do. I've been talking to some flooring guys who said one of the big culprits in a top coat peeling up is that people will put down 2 coats of stain and they will not get all of the old stain off. The top coat can then not properly adhere to the wood because it's adhering to the stain. So we're going to give those darker stains a shot just to see if those with a shorter dwell time and a single coat will give Mrs. Rattlecan the floor she wants, because we all know we want Mrs. Rattlecan to have the floor that she wants. And in a little tiny bit of not flooring, I was able to patch those big holes in. You can't see the other holes because there's doors and stuff, because we're playing musical chairs as far as with trying to keep things off the floors as we get them finished. I wish I had more to report on, but I don't. That's it. Floors, and more floors. And I have a pretty good idea that before too long we may be doing a James gets his knee replaced video. These are the amount of discs that we've gone through using the Festool system. I have a rather ample supply of them now, and this is actually the murder room. I mean the Asian room, and this is that big black spot that used to be there that has come up pretty darn well. This is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, and thankfully neither does Mrs. Rattlecan. Anyways, that is what's going on. This week we are going to. Well, today we're going to work on this trim area, because for the foreseeable future we are not going to have a piece of quarter round on the bottom there. And so we're going to use the nifty little cheese grade Manchurian Wonder Tool and a sanding disc to sand that stuff flush right up to the edge. And then especially here on the peninsula and the fireplace, we're going to get that edge all cleaned up. Once we get that completed, then it's time for the big clean, which is trying to get as much dust and debris off of the floors as we can, because then it is wood conditioner, and then within 2 hours the stain coat, and then the appropriate amount of time to dry, and then we start putting top coats on. We'll probably do two coats, then sand, and then maybe 2 more coats. That is a really beautiful cardinal sitting outside. Anyways, that's what's going on. I hope you guys have a great week. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. More importantly, be sure to follow us on Facebook and comment with us on Facebook. Until I can get this thing resolved between Adobe and Windows and their decision to drop the Dolby codec, I'm trying to avoid having to upgrade to Windows 10, which is going to cost me $200. If you have any ideas, shoot me an email. Anyways, I'm James. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.